So for this first one, this means, so we got a two-way table. They just ask people if they like chocolate, if they like vanilla, if they like soccer, and if they like football. And that was, they talked to 72 people. And we got to figure out these probabilities. So for this first one, this means probability that they said they like soccer. How many people said they like soccer? All together, how many people said they like soccer? 30 people. And 30 would be out of how many people did they talk to all together? 72. This, when you see this on the test, this means overlap or and. This is and. So, like vanilla, I'm going to highlight this column. And then like football, that would be this row. So the and is the only number that I highlighted pink and blue. So that's why it's and. It's pink and blue. It's the overlap of vanilla and football. So what number is the overlap of vanilla and football? 32. So that would be 32 out of 72. And this last one means or. Now that's a little different. The first thing we need to do is figure out how many people said they like chocolate. And then we're going to add to that the people who like soccer. But we have to subtract the overlap. So go ahead and copy down. That's the only time that you have a formula. King, we're on page 2 in our packet. You see how right here in the corner, how it say the page number to help you figure out what page to go to. Okay. So how many chocolate, how many soccer minus the overlap? You need help with your packet, King? You okay? You sure? You just got to flip to the second page. Because I want you to do well on your test that's coming up. It's our last test of the year, children. Amen. So chocolate. How many people in total said they like chocolate? So chocolate, that would be this row. Altogether, 22 people said they like chocolate. Plus, how many people said they like soccer? 30. So I'm going to add to that 30. But you have to subtract that number that I highlighted twice. So what number did I highlight pink and blue? 12. Because if you don't, you're counting those same 12 people twice. So pick up your calculator. Type that in. 22 plus 30 minus 12. What'd you get? 40. So I had one person say 40. Let's verify it. Let's take out our calculators and make sure. Do we agree with 40? All right, so 40 out of 72. And that is your probabilities. Any questions about how we did that? All right, go ahead, take out your devices and pull up homework 1. I want to do the last 3 questions together, questions 8, 9, and 10. So go to our home page, take out your devices, iPads, laptops, whatever you're using. Go to homework 1. And I only want to do 8 through 10 together. So I'll give you a moment to get that pulled up. One through 7 are just straight probability tables. But I do think 8, 9, and 10 are a little tricky. So I wanted to go over those 3. Now these are test questions, so all right, it says Cole bought a new car and he went to the B&B to get a 6-digit license plate using only numbers 0 through 9. So if I'm only using numbers 0 through 9, that's 10 numbers. So for question number 8, it says, how many options are there for Cole's license plate if the numbers can repeat? So that means I can reuse these same 10 numbers over and over again. So to get the answer to number 8, because there's how many digits is in his license plate? 6. So that means I would have 6 blanks. And then for every digit, I have 10 choices. So going back to what we learned yesterday, this is the fundamental counting principle. So go ahead with your calculator and see what you get, and that's the number you type in for question number 8. Yep, whatever the calculator told you. So it's a big number. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So go ahead and type that number in Canvas for question number 8. So whatever number the calculator gave you, that's the answer you're going to type in there. Now for question number 9, number 9 is a little different because it said that the numbers cannot repeat. So we're going to again put those same 6 dashes, but I can't repeat numbers. So that means I have 10 choices for the first digit, but whatever digit I use for the first one, I can't use the second time. So that would be 9. And then the first 2 numbers I use, I can't use on the third, so that would be 8. What do you think the next number is going to be? What's the pattern? 7, 6, 5. Pick up your calculator and multiply that together. Take 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. And that's the answer you're going to type in Canvas for question number 9. So everybody got their answers for 8 and 9? Raise your hand if you got your answers for 8 and 9. All right, so for the last question, it says probability. So what you're going to do is whatever you got for number 9, you're going to type that into this first space. And whatever you got for number 8, you're going to type in this second space. So whatever number you got for question number 9, you're going to retype that into that first blank. And whatever you got for question number 8, you're going to type in that second blank. Now, who's finished? So that's it. I think those 3 questions were the hardest. So I wanted to go over those with you. Use this time now to finish out homework 1 and get that submitted. I am going to transfer those grades from Canvas over to Skyward today. So you have the rest of the class period to work on homework 1.